Total enrollment at the state's public universities has increased for the first time in a decade. But as budget negotiations are underway, there are major funding concerns. Legislators are looking for ways to increase funding to SUNY and CUNY schools and expand the state's tuition assistance program. Producer Catherine Rafferty spoke with education stakeholders about the issue. Here's that story.
The Tuition Assistance Program, or TAP, is administered by the state's Higher Education Services Corporation, HESC. HESC processes more than 500,000 grant scholarships and loan forgiveness applications each year, awarding nearly $1 billion in financial aid to more than 330,000 students. In 2022, TAP supported nearly 40% of full-time SUNY undergraduates. Of those students that received TAP support, 19% received the maximum TAP award. TAP grants benefit students and can open the door to higher education for students who otherwise couldn't afford tuition. But the costs of higher ed, like a lot of things, are going up. Until 2011, New York would increase the maximum TAP award to match the state's SUNY and CUNY tuition rates. Currently, the maximum TAP award is just over $5,000, while SUNY tuition can cost up to $7,000. For the first time in a decade, SUNY's total enrollment increased from fall 2022 to fall 2023, reflecting a 1.1% gain. In January, SUNY released a report on long-term enrollment and financial stability. SUNY Chancellor John King says that more revenue will be needed to sustain the system.
Salaries will go up each year. The costs of goods and services will go up each year. And so, if nothing changes, 10 years out, we'd have $1 billion deficit. There are really two solutions to that: increasing state support or tuition increases. And on either side, they would be modest increases, either in state support or in tuition, but we've got to have additional revenue to close that $1 billion gap in order to provide great services for our students. We've got a full range of opportunities for students, but each campus over time may not be able to offer every program, but we want all programs to be available to students across all of our campuses. And of course, campuses also need to continually adjust.
In January, the state's legislature's higher education committees launched a Turn on the Tap campaign, introducing a series of bills to fund and expand the program. These bills include goals to raise the minimum TAP award to $1,000, raise the income cap for eligibility, and increase overall funding for TAP while expanding the definition of eligible students. Assemblymember Patricia Fahey and Senator Tobian Stavisky serve as chairs for their chamber's higher education committees. They say TAP no longer fulfills its mission of helping lower and middle class students with college expenses.
We want to make college affordable, and we've got to make it affordable for the middle class as well as those with low incomes. And by the way, TAP, the Tuition Assistance Program, it was launched 50 years ago. It has not, the income eligibility for it has not been raised in almost 25 years. If we can increase TAP, if we can tell families we have your back, we're going to at least cover tuition. I'd love to cover more of the fees, but we've got to show them that college is affordable. We've got to keep it affordable and worthwhile to get those degrees.
Senator Tobian Stavisky says the legislature needs to make these changes to help financial distress at SUNY and CUNY campuses. Last year, some SUNY campuses announced cutbacks due to deficits they were facing, a longstanding trend in declining enrollment and declining birth rate.
Last year, there were 19 distressed colleges and universities at SUNY. I understand this year the number is down to 18. CUNY has additional problems, the City University of New York. There are 9 colleges where they are in financial distress, and we've got to make sure that they take measures and that we help them, that we work together, that we make TAP and the other aids more relevant to reducing their problems.
The package of bills has bipartisan support. Republicans on the Higher Education Committee are on board with the idea of updating TAP. Assemblymember Ed Raw, a Republican on the Higher Education Committee, says legislators are pushing for other measures to help higher education in this year's budget.
On the private side, capital, there are cuts with regard to aid to our private colleges. There is, on the SUNY side, community colleges, I think they need support. They're particularly struggling with declining enrollment, but they also just have never gotten commensurate funding to what the four-year colleges get.
Last year, the state Senate and Assembly rejected Governor Kathy Hochul's controversial tuition hike proposal for SUNY and CUNY campuses. This year, several lawmakers are hoping increases in TAP and operating aid will continue to boost enrollment and sustain the SUNY system in the long run. The governor's fiscal year 25 executive budget builds on last year's historic $163 million increase in operating aid, providing an additional $54 million increase for state-operated campuses. Also last year, Governor Kathy Hochul and the legislature created the part-time TAP program, further expanding TAP to include micro-credentials and non-degree workforce programs. SUNY Chancellor John King says the state should update TAP to keep pace with inflation.
We really have to adjust those thresholds to match current times. We also need to continue to grow the TAP for workforce programs. That's a real area of strength for SUNY and an opportunity for us to help people achieve real social mobility.
Advocates for Turn on the Tap hope that by increasing aid for students, enrollment will grow, which will lead to more financial stability for higher education in New York. The relationship between aid, tuition, and enrollment is a balancing act that lawmakers hope to get right. For Andrew Perry, a senior analyst at the Nonpartisan Fiscal Policy Institute, long-term financial stability for higher ed will also require policymakers to provide aid to colleges and universities themselves and not just students.
Aid for the state, for SUNY, direct state support for SUNY campuses was cut during the Great Recession quite a bit and never fully restored. Our group, the Fiscal Policy Institute, did an analysis of the tuition hikes that were proposed last year, and we found that they were actually the proposed tuition hikes were quite steep. We think this is really the wrong way to close these SUNY operating gaps. Is really what we would like to see is the state restore some of the direct funding for campuses that it historically provided.
The state faces a $4.3 billion budget gap, and many stakeholders are looking to the governor and the legislature to close the gap. SUNY Chancellor John King is hoping the legislature can secure more funding for SUNY in the coming years.
We're extraordinarily grateful to Governor Hochul and our legislative champions for the investment last year in SUNY, $163 million in operating aid, the largest operating aid increase for SUNY in 20 plus years. And last year, the governor and legislature committed to $54 million this year in additional support, as well as next year in additional support. So that was great news for SUNY, a really important step forward for investment in public higher education. But I will say one of our challenges in this moment is we just completed a new contract with UUP, our major faculty union. Well-deserved raises that we want to provide, a fiscally responsible contract, but it will cost us about $86 million. And so we are hopeful that as the budget process moves forward, the governor and legislature will be able to help us to cover those costs as well.
Perry says this is attainable given the currently projected gaps in the budget for the next year.
The projected gaps after next year are actually very small by historic standards. So we think the state is on pretty solid ground fiscally for the coming years. And it's also worth noting that the current deficit faced by SUNY campuses that have deficits is $139 million. And that's against a $125 billion state funds budget. We really think that restoring some financial stability to SUNY is actually a very manageable ask, and it sort of merits being a top priority for the state.